Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Indeed, all praises for Allah. We praise Him, seek His assistance, and seek His forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from the evil promptings of our souls and from our evil actions. Whosoever Allah guides, none can misguide. And whosoever Allah leaves to stray, none can guide aright. I testify that none have a right to be worshipped except Allah alone, having no partner. And I testify that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his slave and his messenger. Dear beloved sisters, we are going, inshallah, to complete how we should be prepared for Ramadan. And we realized from the previous literatures that actually, in order to enter Ramadan, we should have Iman with us. So we should not enter Ramadan without Iman. Then on entering Ramadan with that Iman, it will increase. So what is the meaning of Iman? Or the important thing to revise again, what is the meaning of Iman? The meaning of Iman is sensations, masha'ir. These sensations will lead to the so-called certainty or stability, or believing that a time may come we are going to meet Allah, so we should be in a situation or in a manner that makes us ready for that meeting. I mean, not to be from that group of people who are worshipping Allah on an edge. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَعْبُدُ اللَّهَ عَلَى حَرْفٍ. He is worshipping Allah on the edge. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that in Surah Al-Hajj? وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَعْبُدِ اللَّهَ عَلَى حَرْفٍ. There are a group of people who are worshipping Allah on an edge. How on an edge? If he is going to benefit by any means, he is gaining any benefits, he will be satisfied. فإن أصابه خير اطمأن به وإن أصابته فتنة, any temptation, any test, any trouble, any difficulties, he is returned back to the opposite. Such kind is a loser, both in that world and in hereafter. خسر الدنيا والآخرة. Why? Because his Iman is weak. His Iman is weak. The more the weakness the Iman is, the less the stability will be. The less the stability will be. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was having an important supplication he used to say, which is يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلبي على دينك. O Allah, whose hand is handling the hearts of all to be changed into good or bad, oh please make my heart stable on your deen. What's the relation? What's the relation between وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَعْبُدِ اللَّهَ عَلَى حَرْفٍ? What's the relation between the verse of Surah Al-Hajj and that supplication of Rasulullah to ask Allah to make us to make me stable on his deen? What is the relation? The relation is that the group who are worshipping Allah on an edge, if he is gaining, he is happy, and if he is losing, his face is turned to the other side, that person is not stable. His iman is not fixed. So we should realize that if iman is increased, stability will be increased. If iman is decreased, stability and fixation on the line will be decreased. So what is the meaning? The meaning is that each slave should know about his Rabb, about his deen, how he is going to meet his Rabb. All these mind knowledge, logical knowledge, we want to translate it into heart knowledge, into sensations. So many are oriented about the deen. So many are oriented that they are going to meet Allah. So many are oriented that we are surely going to die, and we are surely going to enter the grave separately. But all these are just knowledges. These knowledges means that it's not yet translated into sensations. If it is translated into sensations, this means that certainty is coming. And if certainty is coming, stability is coming. So when you are realizing surely that Allah is going to ask us, it is a certainty, yaqeen, that Allah is going to ask us. Or you have a knowledge that Allah is Hakim and Rahim. Allah is most wise and He is the most merciful. It is knowledge. But are you, at time of trouble, translate this knowledge into certainty? Go back to the conditions of La ilaha illallah. You will find that the first condition of La ilaha illallah is ilm, knowledge, to know. After ilm, which is knowing, comes certainty. Certainty that every knowledge I gained is a reality and it will occur. If I came to certainty, automatically I will pass to acceptance, to accept what comes to me, whether news from Allah in His book or orders to do and not to do. I am accepting. And if I am accepting, automatically comes after submission, inqiyad. Everything comes to me, not only I am accepting, no, I'm ready to do. There is no trouble in accepting what Allah asks me to do, what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam comes with. Why? Because before there is a certainty that I'll meet Allah and I'll be asked, and it is impossible to equalize between people who are accepting and people who are not accepting. It is impossible. So I have certainty because I came to have knowledge about Allah, that all His news is haqq, is right, is correct. He promised and He should fulfill His promise. So, how after came to knowledge, reach certainty? How after getting knowledge to pass to certainty, which will lead me to acceptance, which will lead to submission, which comes after it, the other three data, which is hope, truth, and love. Let us be in this stage. If I came to know about Allah, how certainty will happen to me, how yaqeen will reach it. In a simple sentence, if you learn it about Allah, you will understand His deeds. And a person understanding Allah's deeds, he will never say bad words about Allah. He will always say good words about Allah. Those in Surah النحل, ماذا قال ربكم؟ قال خيرا. Allah never say or do but good deeds and sayings. So people are divided into two groups about Allah deeds. Any deeds from Allah, whatever I think it is good or bad, those with proper knowledge about Allah, passing to certainty, are always saying قال خيرا. Allah said and did only good things and good sayings. So His deeds, even it seems to be not good, I'll be doubt in my mind, not in Allah deeds. I said, I'm not understanding, but surely it is good. Why it is good? Because I know that Allah is polishing me and preparing me to be suitable to be with Him in the hereafter. Because Allah is tayyib. Allah is good and the best of the best. So those beside Him in His paradise should be good. So Allah actually is polishing and preparing His beloved ibad, His beloved slaves, in order to be suitable to sit with Him on Day of Judgment. Allah, have you any doubt that Allah is our Rabb? If you came to know that Allah is the Rabb, so it should be settled. It should be settled in our hearts that He is Murabbi. He is polishing. He is breeding. He is cleaning. He is making His ibad in the best picture suitable to sit with Allah in His paradise. If you know about Allah and you understand His breeding and His treatment to His beloved ibad in order to be suitable to meet Him in His paradise, this will make you stable. This will make you stable. Again, if you learn about Allah, this is the first step, learning, knowledge about Allah. So, if you are oriented about Allah, you are going to understand His deeds. And you are not going to take these deeds, you are not going to take these deeds as bad luck or things you are not understanding. Again, sisters, if you learn about Allah, you will understand His deeds. If you understand His deeds, you will be stable. You will be stable. So actually, there are steps. The first thing is to know about Allah. If you are oriented about Allah, the net result is everything happened to you is translated into Allah deeds, أفعال الله. These Allah deeds, if I am oriented about Allah, I'll never translate it into bad deeds. I'll not translate it into bad deeds. Instead, I'll say that most probably I don't understand. But I'm sure Allah never bring but best thing. So your thoughts, your talk, your belief about Allah is always good. And you will blame yourself if you are not understanding. So the first step is to know about Allah, then to translate His deeds, and to think good about Him always. Then you will realize that Allah is treating His slaves according to what settled in their hearts. If the condition is like that, your behavior will be changed. Why? You are not going to treat people according to what people are doing. No, you are going to treat people according to what you believe this is accepted from Allah or not. If you are oriented by the fact that Allah is treating His ibad, His slave, according to what is settled in their hearts, so if you are really sincere, you will never treat people in different ways. Treat that good, treat that bad, treat that according to what she is treating you, and do with that what she do. And you are not going to treat people like that, because it has nothing to do with your treatment with Allah. Because if the condition is that you are treated, it is very difficult. What I am saying, I am practicing myself. It is very difficult. It is very difficult to treat people according to your belief that Allah is treating people according to what's settled in their hearts. So if I am sincere to Allah, لكي لا تأسوا على ما فاتكم ولا تفرحوا بما آتاكم, as Surah Al-Hadid is saying. You are not going to behave with people according to what they did. If they bring good thing, you are happy. If they bring bad thing, you are unhappy with them. No. To treat you badly or good are the same. Why are the same? Because I'm treating Allah. That thing is called tarbiyah, from his name Ar-Rabb. So, to brief what I have said, you have to learn about Allah's most beautiful names and attributes. If you came to know about his names and attributes, you will realize his tarbiyah, his treatment to his ibad. If you realize that, it will be reflected on you by certainty. Is this easy? No, it isn't easy. What should I do? You have to collect some data. Number one, a reminding source. مورد مذكر. You should have a continuous source reminding you about Allah's names and attributes and about his treatment to his ibad, so your resources will never be dry, so your heart will not be affected by dryness or hardness. He will be always wet, sensitive, feeling, sensation filled that heart. So, in order to reach that thing, I need some points. The first is reminding source, a continuous reminding source for reminding me by Allah, by his names, by his attributes, by his deeds. So this reminding source will not make my heart dry or cruel or not sensitive. The reminding source will make my heart as if it is a wet land, ready to accept any seeds to be nourished, easily to bring fruits after. So, reminding source is number one. And number two, to bring from dunya people, pious people, to bring the so-called صحبة مذكرة, to collect friends trusted, pious, who are always reminding you by Allah, his deeds, his fruitful ajr. So, the second is صحبة مذكرة, pious fellows, to remind you always with Allah rewards and gifts, and to make you always on the right way if you are deviated for any cause. Number 3, supplication. Use supplication in the form of continuous begging Allah not to leave me alone. The so-called Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam hadith, where he is saying, Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. O Allah, please make my heart stable on your deen. And in the authentic hadith, Salama was asked, and Salama is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam wife, al-Mu'mineen Salama. She was asked, what is the most repeated supplication Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was used to say? She said most of his supplication was, Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. And when she asked him, O Rasulullah, why you are always repeating that supplication? Then he said to her, O Salama, none of the human beings, his heart is between two fingers of Allah's fingers. If Allah wants to make it proper, he will be. If Allah wants him to be at a straight, he will be. And Allah will make this heart good or bad according to his wisdom and knowledge about that heart. He deserves what, and accordingly, man sha'a aqam wa man sha'a azagh. So aqam, make this heart proper. Azagh, makes this heart deviated. According to what Allah is going to treat these hearts? By two actions from Allah. Allah is not doing but these two actions, adl and fadl. Adl, justice. Fadl, more giving. So Allah is going to treat his ibad either by justice, so he will never do zulm for them. They deserve hellfire, they will go to hellfire. They deserve a straight, they will go. According to what? بما كسبت أيديكم ويعفو عن كثير. This is the result of what your hands commit. So Allah will not do dhulm for those committing sins. He is going to treat them with his justice. Whereas those who are doing their best to listen, Allah Jalla wa Ala is going to treat them with his grace and fadl. See what Allah is saying? فَلَمَّا زَاغُوا أَزَاغَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ. When they were deviated, Allah makes their hearts deviated. وَالَّذِينَ اهْتَدَوْا زَادَهُمْ هُدًى وَأَتَاهُمْ تَقْوَاهُمْ. Those who are searching for hidayah, for proper guidance, for sirat mustaqim, Allah guides them and increase them more and more and let them be pious according to what settled in their hearts. Is everybody فلما زاغوا أزاغ الله قلوبهم, is everybody deviated, or those who are deviated, why they are deviated, why the slave is deviated? And I'm speaking about Muslim slave, not others. Why he is deviated? He is deviated due to causes. Number one, al-i'rad an al-haqq. He is away from the right way. A person asking for zayg, deviation, he is away from haqq. Why is he away from al-haqq? Because he don't know what is the haqq. He didn't learn what is the haqq. So he is not taught and he is not do with. لا يتعلم ولا يعمل به. Such kind of person will be always under temptation. يبقى how the slave يزيغ, زاغ, how a slave is away. Number one, he is not accepting حق, الإعراض عن الحق. He don't know what's the right thing and he didn't ask. And if he came to know, he is not doing. Such person are making himself under temptations. It is easily for these hearts to accept any temptations, any fitna. And to go back to Surah Al-Hadid, where hypocrites are asked, أَلَمْ نَكُنْ مَعَكُمْ? We were with you. What happened? Why are you leaving us now? The answer is Bala. Yes, you was with us. ولكنكم فتنتم أنفسكم. You leave yourself to be tempted. So, the result is that you are in a group other than mu'min people. The hypocrites are in a group lower in position in hellfire than the disbelievers. في أسفل السافلين. So, the person, the so-called زائغ, deviated, what are his characters? What is the characters of the deviated person? الزائغ الذي يزوغ عن الحق. What is his characters? Number one, he is away from learning deen. He neither want to learn, and if he came to know, he don't want to use. To do what he should do with that deen. يعرض أن يتعلم. He is away. He don't want to know, and if he came to know, he don't want to do with. The data comes to you, do that and do that. He is not willing that. Such person is under temptation. He is putting himself in temptation. The result of that is his heart will fall in the so-called ريب. يقع قلبه في قلبه الريب. He is always doubting. الريب means doubt. So, if you tell him about anything, he's always doubting. And that's why he is telling, ألم نكن معكم? We were with you, yeah. ولكنكم فتنتم أنفسكم وارتبتم وتربصتم وارتبتم. The person who is under ripe or doubt will pass to the stage of تربص. He is always standing with inside heart to attack anybody, speaking about al-haq. For example, if there is dryness and they are praying for Allah to bring rains to come, the so-called Salat al-Istisqa. And then, after praying Salat al-Istisqa, no rain comes. Because if rain comes, they are going to say, مطرنا بفضل الله ورحمته. We have gained rains by Allah's grace and mercy. If the rains comes. But if the rains doesn't come, such a mutarabbis, that one who is standing, want to jump to attack, he will say, finished, you have prayed, nothing has come. Let us return back to the updated things, more civilized. Let us go to the company responsible for bringing water and doing that and that and that. So what is this person? He is mutarabbis. He is standing ready to attack. Those are the hypocritics with their attributes. ولكنكم, 5 things in Surah Al-Hadid. ألم نكن معكم؟ بلى. ولكنكم فتنتم أنفسكم, this is number 1. وتربصتم وارتبتم. So you undergo temptation. You were always in a situation ready to attack. You are always doubting. وغرتكم الأماني, and you are always deceived by hopes. وغركم بالله الغرور, and Shaitan has deceived you to be away from Allah's way. These are the characters of those who are always deviated, زاغ, away from the correct right. Whereas والذين اهتدوا زادهم هدى. What is the character or the attributes of الذين اهتدوا? The first attribute, the first character is truth. They are always believing what Allah knows. This belief that they are sure that Allah knows is always the truth will let them be in certainty. الذين اهتدوا زادهم هدى. It means they are more stable. What makes them stable? Truth and certainty. What is the third attribute or character of them? Again, those الذين اهتدوا, what are their characters? 3 characters. Number 1, truth. The first character is الصدق, truth. That truth gives them the second character, which is certainty, يقين. If they are telling the truth, oriented by the fact that all Allah knows are truth, this will lead to certainty. And the third character is that if they are telling the truth and they are sure and have certainty of, so all talks will be like that. So كن صادقا متيقنا متكلما بما تيقنت به. If you are telling the truth and you have the stability and certainty about that truth, your talk will be that. And this is the meaning وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. You should talk always proper and kind and with good talk about Allah. And that is وَالَّذِينَ اهْتَدَوْا زَادَهُمْ هُدًى. Allah will make them more guided to what Allah likes and wants. And زادهم هدى means more certainty. زادهم يقينا. يقينا in what? يقينا in Allah, in His perfect attributes. So when they are speaking about Allah, they never ever speak but with the best talk about Allah. They never ever say bad thoughts about Allah. They are trusting His capability. They are again. those who are trusting Allah attributes and always speak good talk about Allah, they are well oriented that Allah Jalla wa'ala is the best in his deeds, in his talks, and everything about him. So there is a talk early predecessors used to say, which is قلوب الأبرار تغلي بأعمال البر. The hearts of good, pious people as if boiled with righteous deeds. And قلوب الفجار, the sinners, their hearts are boiled with deeds of sins. So look to your ham, to your thoughts, in order to be oriented about yourself. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop at this point, inshallah, to complete next time. Hopefully, our hearts will be affected really to wait for Ramadan with different hearts, which we should really prepare these hearts for Ramadan, to be cleaned, to be washed, to be real hearts waiting for proper ajr from Allah. جزاكم الله خيرا، بارك الله فيكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك، أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت، أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.